I gave my mother-in-law flowers for Mother's Day, but she called it a thoughtless crappy gift and demanded a very expensive necklace. My response floored her. My mother-in-law is a kind and funny woman, though. She does have a few problems with boundaries and is a little too involved in my marriage, especially now that my wife's pregnant. My wife's family isn't well off financially, and it's the opposite with my family. My family owns a factory, and I'm an engineer. My wife's job doesn't pay well, but she's happy. Whenever I get my wife something nice, especially jewelry, I'd get a call from my mother-in-law complaining that she got nothing once she found out, even if it was my wife's birthday or our wedding anniversary. Holidays and other occasions aside, she'd throw a fit about how I treated her as less than. She always comes over, and when she notices a new piece of furniture or any new items, she complains I didn't get her similar stuff. She sent a picture of a costly necklace she wanted me to get for Mother's Day. I called her to ask about it, and she said that she'd wanted it for a while, and only I could afford it. When I told her I might not be able to get it, she replied that I had already gotten my wife an expensive necklace on Sunday and could afford it. I didn't get her necklace, and instead, I decided to get her some fresh flowers that I picked from my late mother's garden, which I trimmed/organized myself and then put in a lovely vase. We visited Sunday evening, and my mother-in-law kept smiling till it was time for gift opening. I handed her the flowers and talked about how much time and effort I made to put everything together. She was shocked and said she thought I loved and cared enough to get her something nice, just like my wife, who technically isn't even a mother yet, and she's been a mother for 32 years. I got annoyed and said I did not appreciate her harsh response to my gift. Still, she argued with me and kept talking about how much she wanted the necklace and that I could afford it just like I was able to afford the one I got for my wife, but instead chose a thoughtless crappy gift to give her. That pissed me off. I said that I married her daughter and not her. Of course, I was putting my wife first, and it's crazy that she thinks I'm obligated to treat her and my wife the same way. My wife looked at me and was astonished. Mother-in-law replied that I was being mean and nasty to her on purpose and rubbing my financial stability in her face, treating her as if she was greedy instead of showing her appreciation. She went inside looking so upset that she almost cried, and my wife followed her. Suddenly, everyone was staring at me, and it was as awkward as hell. My wife snapped in the car, telling me I was way out of line for making her mom cry on Mother's Day, and said she would not let my attitude cause a rift between her and her mom. I asked if she agreed with her mom's demands, and she said no. However, I went over the top and shouldn't have spoken to her that way. She said I deeply hurt her mom's feelings and should apologize. I don't want to ruin my relationship with my mother-in-law, but I'm worried I just did.